The second gift of 2025 has just released in Lumber Tycoon 2, and today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about it. So to find the new gift, it's actually going to be in the same store as the gift we went over in the last episode, which is Fancy Furnishings, and to get there, you're going to need to lower the bridge for 100 money, unless of course you have the game pass like I do. Then you're going to want to wait for the bridge to fully lower, and once it does, you're going to want to go straight, and once you have the option to turn right, you're going to want to take it. So right up here, you're going to want to turn right, and then Fancy Furnishings should be on your left right there. And so in Fancy Furnishings, you can see the last gift we went over. This is the first gift that we got this year, but this new gift can be found in a rather strange spot. They can be found right above the lamps right here. I'm not sure if we've ever had gifts appear here. Usually they appear on the shelf in the middle right around here. I guess a lot of the space is now taken up by the icicle lights, but there is definitely still enough space for them to be put up above and even down here. So it's interesting that they were put all the way over here, but there are quite a lot right here. There are 18 here, and they go in kind of like an alternating pattern. These aren't different gifts, I believe. I think they're just oriented differently. So if we just turn that around, yeah, you can see that is the exact same gift. They have the same name, which, speaking of the gift's name, this is called the Prismatic Present of Whimsey and Wonder, and it's gonna cost you 5,050 lumber bucks, and the description is just a rainbow emoji. So yeah, very interesting. If you guys can't tell by the texture of this gift, it is very likely going to be the kind of gift that we've had in the past. It's just, you know, the polka dots are just the teller. You can obviously tell that it is going to be a ball gift, which means that this is probably going to have a number on it when you open it, which of course you can't open the gifts right now. You're gonna have to wait until Christmas Day in order to open any of the gifts that we get throughout the coming weeks. So until then, we don't really know what's going to be inside of them. But yeah, in terms of price, these are pretty steep. They're 5,000 each, so 4 of these is gonna be 20k. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal because, guys, this kind of present is definitely worth it. I've seen that it goes for around 75 to 90,000 after it goes off sale. Of course, that's all speculative because we don't know how much this is going to sell for because this is a brand new gift, but generally gifts that are similar and generally have similar things inside of them tend to sell for around about the same price. So just going off of historical trends, I'm going to assume these are going to go way up in price. You can see that a truckload is generally between 3 to 4 million lumber bucks each. So yeah, it is definitely going to be worth the investment if you go ahead and grab yourself some of these gifts. But yeah, you guys can see a pattern here. We've got all of the gifts throughout the years that look very, very similar, and they have always contained a numbered ball. Of course, the lower the number on the ball, the more rare and more expensive it is. So it is often something that people seek after is balls with very, very low numbers on them. The number on the ball is going to be chronological depending on who opened the gift first. So the first ever person to open the gift will get a ball number 1, the second a ball number 2, and so on. But yeah, once again, that is all speculation. It's just based on the way that it looks. We can pretty much assume that it's going to be a ball, but you never actually know. But anyways, in order to stock up on these, I mean, for the last gifts, you could literally just fling them over and they would go straight on over to the counter because they are icy, but these ones are not going to be like that. It's going to be very difficult. They're only going to make it to there. So I would recommend driving your truck inside of the store like I have, and then you can basically just dump them all into your truck bed, and you can get a ton of them in your truck bed super, super easily. And yeah, there are 18 here. I didn't get 100% of them, but you know what? That is fine. I'm just going to take these on over to the counter and just buy them all at once. And yeah, it's going to probably be pretty expensive, but like I said, I think it'll be pretty worth it because the profit margin is pretty high on these. They do sell for quite a bit more than your average gift, although they do cost quite a bit more than the average gift as well, at least compared to like the wobble gifts over there. Those ones are super cheap, but they generally go for like 30 30K after they go off sale. But yeah, this is gonna be 40,000 to buy all 8 of these, which is not all of the ones on the counter. So I guess, yeah, like I thought, there's still more to buy. Okay, yeah, that's very strange. I think there's just too many on the counter or something. It's not able to detect all of them, but I think I might have bought all of them. I guess there are still ones that have not quite gotten bought. That's so strange. Okay, I don't know if this is just an issue. It's letting me buy more. Oh, and one just despawned. All right, that's interesting. But yeah, using this car method, you can get stocked up super fast. Of course, if you watch my videos on the new items, you may know that this doesn't always work for everyone. So if it doesn't work for you, you know, the server you're in or something, it just doesn't always work. Basically, what happens is after you drive them over, they become uninteractable, so you're not able to drag them. But if you are able to drag them, this is going to speed up the process of getting a truckload tenfold. But yeah, it looks like Fancy Furnishings is very soon to close here in a second, because Fancy Furnishings does close at night. So there we go. That's the shop closed. All right, so we're not going to be able to get all of the gifts, but let me turn on a light, get all of these through the door, the ones that we have stocked up on, and then we need to get these back to our base. A little tip is to get a bunch of them over to the door. If you ever have items that you just bought, but the store you were buying them from closes, you can drag them all close to the door and then just drag them all out. And you can even alternate doors, which will make it a little bit easier. If you don't alternate doors, the doors kind of glitch. Like if I open this too fast, yeah, it just closes much faster. So you want to alternate. All right, I got all of the gifts out, but that's only part of the story. Now I need to get my truck out of the store, which in order to do that, I'm just going to rotate my truck. I'm making sure that I don't accidentally glitch out all of the gifts that are sitting right there. So I'm just going to rotate right here. That should do the trick. I don't know what just happened. Did I just crash Roblox? Oh, there it goes. I crashed Roblox somehow by doing the blueprint glitch. Oops. All right, I wasted a bunch of money on that. All of those gifts are now gone, which kind of sucks because now I had to rejoin, and all of those gifts are gone because my base had to unload, and I was in a private server, so all of those gifts are just straight up gone now. Luckily, I'm pretty rich, so it doesn't matter that much, but yeah, I'm gonna go grab some more, recover the losses. I'm only gonna get a few, but you guys should definitely stock up on these because it will be worth it, I think. The profit margins aren't going to be quite as high as the wobbly gift, but if you're trying to make a lot of profit and have like a good shop, you're gonna want some variety, so it's definitely a good idea to have a lot of different items just to maximize your chances of finding people that need the items that you're selling. But yeah, I'm gonna get these back to the base, and I'm just going to set a wobbly gift right next to it, and there we go. These are the 2 gifts that we have so far in 2025. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss when new items are released throughout the coming weeks, because throughout December we're gonna have a lead up where we're gonna be getting a bunch of gifts all the way up until Christmas, at least assuming that things go the exact same way that they have for the past decade, which, yeah, I'm gonna say there's a pretty high confidence things are going to be the same. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed for that so you don't miss new items when they come out, and so you don't miss the video where I go over what's inside of all of these gifts when we're able to open them on the 25th of December. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it for me. I'll see you in the next video once it's out. See ya!